everyone. Welcome to Master Thursdays. We're so excited to be here. Today, we're talking to a local business owner, Shayla. She owns Belle Rose Salon here in the West Shore in British Columbia, just outside of Victoria. And we're just going to talk a little bit about what's going on in her world, how COVID-19's impacted her business, and see what we can do to help her. And we are encouraging everybody to be a part of the discussion. And then we look forward to hearing from you. So we're just going to go around really quickly. If we can get everyone to introduce themselves, who you are, where you're from in Canada, and what business you own. Let's start with Brittany.
Hi everyone, my name is Brittany Ashley and I'm the CEO of Creative Dynamics Virtual Assistants, and we specialize in marketing, and we are also a virtual assistant agency. We are located in Victoria, BC, but because we are a virtual assistant agency, we can help a lot of companies all over. So thank you.
Awesome, thanks Brittany. How about we jump over to Sarah B.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah. I am the CEO of SKE Creative Media. I'm a virtual assistant company as well, but I specialize in online product launches and online business systems. I'm also located in Victoria, but I have clients all over North America.
Awesome, thanks. Hemant?
Hi, I'm Hemant. I'm also from Victoria, and it's beautiful and sunny out here, which is great. Just that I can't go outside quite often. I was into management consulting for quite some time, about 15 years, but about 2 years ago, I started my own company. It's a technology company located in Victoria, proud to be Canadian. The company is currently building a multi-sided software as a service platform, and especially targeting the businesses, small and medium businesses, and communities. So what we are building will cater to the needs of both the small business owners, service providers, and consumers. So currently working on that, and we are past the product market validation fit and into the development.
Awesome, thank you, welcome. Lillian?
Hi everybody, I'm a copywriter, social media strategist, and publicist based primarily in Burnaby here on the mainland, but I've worked with clients all over North America, including projects that have taken them to Europe. And I've worked in a wide variety of industries, everything from your tech startups to food and beverage and indie film and television. So my focus is kind of in those three: content development and strategy and marketing, in those three primary areas.
Taylor? I muted myself.
My name is Taylor Lindsay, and I'm the founder of eMarketSafe. eMarketSafe is a place where you can buy and sell your new and used items in a safe and fun manner. We actually launched a couple years ago, and so far it's been great. I'm also the administrator of Abbotsford Buy and Sell. We're the #1 buy and sell in Abbotsford, according to Google, of course. But yeah, no, we're also launching a business services section website that's currently being worked on, and due to everything that's going on, will launch as soon as this is good to go. And we already have almost 1,000 pre-orders for business services for us to do their business profiles for them. So we're looking forward to that kind of growth and you know, taking businesses to the next level. It's nice to meet all of you.
Thanks, Taylor. Joe, why don't you go ahead?
Hi, my name is Joe Dagoni. I'm from beautiful Vancouver. My company is Print About It, and basically we act as a broker for all the printing and the packaging needs. So basically we go to companies, we see what type of packaging and printing needs they have, and we outsource. We go and look for basically the best fit for them to save them money on the packaging and printing.
Awesome, welcome. Sarah, why don't you take it from here?
Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Watson, and I am from Lynn Valley here in North Vancouver. I was a corporate paralegal for 15 years for small and medium-sized businesses. So I've always, you know, had an attraction to small and medium-sized businesses. I've seen it all. I just love seeing, you know, that drive that people have. So yeah, I was a corporate paralegal for 15 years. And then I had my kids and we settled down in Lynn Valley, and I was looking for something, you know, to do from home. I was working on my paralegal career from home, but it was so hard. And then just by chance, the universe kind of had my back, and I fell into essential oils. I started my home-based distribution business about 4.5 years ago. And yeah, that's what I do now. I'm a stay-at-home mom, work-at-home mom, and I'm super excited to talk to everybody today.
Awesome, thanks. Welcome, Sarah. And lastly, we're going to chat with Shayla. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your business, and then we'll go from there.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shayla Booth. I'm the owner of Belle Rose Salon and Wax Bar in Langford, just outside of Victoria, BC. We offer all types of beauty services like hair, as well as waxing, tinting, gel nails, lash lifts, manicures, pedicures, facials, and more. We are a certified Green Circle salon, which means we are 96% sustainable. A lot of our waste, including hair clippings, foils, wax strips, etc., gets all recycled. My business consists of employees and contractors, and I've owned the salon for just about 4 years, coming up in June. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for inviting me.
Awesome, thanks, Shayla. So we'll jump into our first topic here. We're going to talk a little bit about the financial measures that are out there. Obviously, every single day, these measures are changing, they're evolving, they're becoming more inclusive, but there's still a lot of work to be done from the government. So what I'd like to hear from Shayla is, what measures have you been able to use? What are you hoping for in the future in terms of some financial assistance? And then we can open it up to the floor to sort of start brainstorming about what else is out there.
You know, unfortunately, we had to shut our doors on March 17th, and just recently, lots of these programs have come out with very little information. You know, shortly after the 17th, you know, I made the tough decision to lay off all my employees and contractors, and we're considered service providers. So when we can't provide services, I have zero cash flow. So working from home is not a huge option for me or my staff, other than doing a little bit of marketing here and there, you know, via social media. So I'm not able to utilize the program where they give the wage subsidy, just because like they make a commission-based income. So I've done things like I've engaged with my landlord and seen what he's been able to do, like you know, defer his payments and things like that. So, you know, he's been kind enough to defer my rent payments for the location for the time being. And I'm super grateful for a lot of the businesses that I've partnered with that have been super supportive during this time to, you know, either minimize my payments or defer them altogether. Right now, I'm super grateful for the Canadian Emergency Response Benefit. That has helped me support myself as well as the self-employed individuals. And as far as I understand, they're allowing people who are on EI either collect the CERB benefit or be on EI, whichever is, better. So I'm grateful for that they brought that out and allowed it to help everybody pay their bills and, stay on their feet during these times. As for financial support for my small business, I've currently applied for the Canadian Emergency Business Account program, and I just am awaiting confirmation. Apparently it should be quite fast as well. I just want to give credit to my personal and business bookkeeper, Melissa, that's on the call today, for always keeping me in the loop and staying on top of all these programs for me, because as a mom and partner and all these things that are going on at home, it is hard to stay on top of it. So it's good to have people partnered with you to help out. The program that I've applied for, you can get up to $40,000 interest-free for two years, I believe. And if you pay it back in a certain amount of time, you can have $10,000 of the $40,000 waived. So essentially it's a free $10,000. So that'll make a really big difference in helping pay back some of the payments that I have deferred during this time.
Awesome. Yeah, and you make a great point. Even this morning as I was prepping for this call, the Prime Minister has now changed what the wage subsidy is, or see, now I'm also confused. What you can, the Canadian Emergency Benefit Account is what they've changed. Every single day they're changing something. So that's how much we're trying to stay on top of it. Now they've increased the range of payroll that you can have from 2019. However, that's great for a lot of companies. It's increased the number of clients that can access this money to help out right now. However, there's lots of companies who just started in 2020 that don't have those payroll, or last year they were a small business, they were doing dividends, and now only in 2020 have they started paying actual payroll. So we're hoping to see the government continue to expand the eligibility criteria for that. I just want to open it up to the floor right now. Is there anybody here that has applied for the $40,000 and maybe tell us about what your experience was? Is anybody?
I have. It actually was quite easy. My bank was very, very supportive. I bank with Island Savings, if anybody knows them. I had to call because I was having troubles filling out some of the stuff with my personal information. And I got through to someone right away, and they got me through right away. From what I understand, each financial institution has a certain chunk of money that they are allowed to lend out, and it's on a first come first serve basis. And I got a little bit of information that almost 500 people just at my bank applied within a weekend. So it is the budget is going to be used up very quickly. So I'm guessing that they're going to have to either expand that or come up with some new rules.
Interesting. That's not something I've heard of, which is not unusual in these times with, every bank has various rules and what they're allowed to cash out. So I'd be interested to see if every bank is the same. Has anybody here taken advantage of any of the financial measures, not just the 40,000, whether it's the CERB or the 75% wage subsidy that's coming down the road, or the 10% subsidy that is available right now? Has anybody? No. Okay.
I managed to get through for CERB, so we'll see down the road whether or not I still meet the eligibility criteria. But based on how they've been rolling that out right now, it seems like everyone that just applies for that is getting approved, and then they'll sort us out later in terms of who actually is eligible for it.
And they have increased the eligibility for that as well. So now you can make up to $1,000 in a 4-week period, which is fantastic for a lot of small businesses. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow because everything seems to change.
Yeah, I was talking about that with somebody too, that apparently they're just approving everybody at this point, and they're going to come back and make sure that everyone who got it was actually eligible. So that'll be interesting to see, and I'm sure nerve-wracking because there's a lot of people who need that money. So hopefully the government doesn't expect people to be paying back a big chunk of that money.
Yeah, I think that's on everybody's mind. It's, it's balancing what you need right now and what the expectations of the government will be in the future. So let's move on to the next topic. The topic is about what you are doing right now in terms of creating revenue, what other salons are doing, and what your hopes for reopening is going to look like.
Upon reopening, I am going to have new safety measures in place that follow the health minister's recommendations at that time. Right now, we do follow a pretty strict cleaning protocol on our spa side, as we clean with all preempt sanitizing aids. So, what that's going to look like, I'm not really sure at this point, because I'm guessing there will be like some sort of a soft rollout or soft reopening where we only take, X amount of clients in the door at a time maybe, or like, I'm not sure how that's going to look. But I'm going to have some sort of protocol in place. Once we begin to have an idea when we're going to be able to reopen, I'm going to begin a client list of people who are all canceled due to the closure, and have them be first in line, and then start taking people down who want to take appointments, because I assume that it's going to be very busy as people are going to be wanting their waxing and their hair done and things like that. I'm really fortunate to have a very dedicated team who misses their clients very much. A lot of us think of them as friends. So I think that we're going to have some long days and lots of hours ahead of us, but we're excited for the opportunity to pamper our guests again, and get back into the swing of things of regular life. My team and I are like family, so we talk daily in our group chat, but unfortunately, I don't know what it looks like for my employees right now upon reopening based on hours or anything like that. But I'm guessing that the health minister and our government will be giving guidance on that before they, open the floodgates for everybody to jump back into work, especially in my industry where it's where we're touching people and standing so close.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the reality of the future. Is we're going to be looking at what we need to do to put people's mind at ease as we reopen. Taylor, do you want to speak to this about maybe some tips and tricks and how to market this efficiently to clients to make sure that there are clients out there ready to come back to businesses when they're ready to open?
Yeah, I do apologize. I have another Zoom meeting in about 15 minutes, so I definitely wanted to speak and be a part of this. I actually, when it comes to a business, I like to do a bit of research before I chat about the subject. So obviously I know it can be quite hard right now what you're going through. I mean, I think a lot of businesses are, and a lot of people in Canada are going through a lot. But yeah, in regards to the marketing aspect and reopening, like as an example, Shayla, you can hear me, right? Yeah. Sorry if I'm too loud, but yeah. So in regards to social media, like I was taking a look at some social media stuff that you had on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff, right? you got quite a few followers. You do have people that do like and comment to a lot of the stuff you post. So I think a really good thing right now to see some benefit for when you do reopen is definitely to post content. You know, if you post a bit more content every day, congratulations on the little one, by the way. But you know, if you were to post, you know, some more content, like 2 or 3 things a day rather than once every kind of couple weeks. I know obviously you got a lot of stuff going on right now, but I think you would see that being beneficial to the people that will return to your business when the time does come to reopen. Like, I think you will see obviously more return customers, and obviously you're passionate about what you do. That's why you own the company. But yeah, just I was looking at your social media and I was thinking, you know, like Instagram as an example is really big for even friends of mine that own salons or whatever the case is, and they're really taking advantage of the social media market right now to, you know, really just keep pushing. Another thing as well, like when it comes to hair, like for like a salon, you probably know more than this than I do, but you know, something you could give to your previous clients that you have now, like if you have a list of people that have came into your salon that have had your services, and you could offer them something now, even for free, even if it's like a free video to show like, you know, how to do your hair in the morning. Like it might boost somebody's day and make them really looking forward to coming back to you. So when the time does come to reopen, you're so busy, then you can hire back a lot of your employers or your employees and people that cut hair and stuff. And I think it would be beneficial for you and your, you know, you and your business to have that drive, right? Because then people are going to be like, every day they're going to be coming to your Instagram, they're going to be coming to you, they're going to be, you know, they're going to be filling your calendar full of business, right? So I just think that the social media aspect, I'm sorry if I went and I was looking up some of your business stuff, but I just see if you put more content on Instagram, you offered something free, like a free video. I think that'd be a wonderful idea for your marketing right now while you're waiting on what's going on, you know, with the government and when we're going to get back to normal reality, right? So sorry if I talked a lot, but that's just my opinion on how you can maximize your benefits during this time, right?
Yeah, I really like that. I like the concept of providing value. Right now, we're all, you know, concerned financially. So if we can find a way to provide value to our clients without actually spending money, I think will increase engagement. It will increase exposure and help you to sort of hit the ground running. So people know what you're doing, when you're doing it, what your plan is for opening, and what are the new protocols. I think it's important to sort of communicate that to them. Bye, Taylor.
Sorry, my apologies. I realized I didn't put myself on mute. I'm really sorry. I was just gonna say, do you do your own social media?
Usually I don't. I have a manager that does it for me right now. Or before, but I've laid her off. So now I'm kind of in charge of it. And, you know, with not knowing what was going on, we weren't sure how to proceed or how long this was going to go on. So I'm really glad that I'm having this chat with you guys so that I can have some ideas, you know, now that this is kind of our new reality for the time being. It's definitely important to kind of, you know, keep the business going. I've been doing contactless product sales. So I've been doing a little bit of content on the stories and things like that to allow people to take care of their skin and their hair in between their appointments. But the appointments are getting quite long now. So I really like the idea of giving people like an idea of how to make themselves look good without having to come to the salon. So thank you for that, Taylor.
Brittany, did you want to jump in?
Yeah, I did. So I definitely agree about posting content because you want to remind everyone that you're there, still there. There's a lot of content still going out right now and everyone more than ever is online. So being present and just reminding your customers and then new followers that you guys are still there and thinking about them is really important at this time. And even like to having like tutorials offering tips, because right now like everyone's like roots are growing out, they don't know what to do, or your hair is growing out. Like this is the longest my hair has ever been, and I go to your guys' salon and usually I get it chopped off really short, so I'm like, how do I style this? So having like little tutorials on like how to style maybe long hair, because like unfortunately we don't know when we can get back into a hair salon or spas. So just doing like little I always say this wrong, IGTV series of little how-tos, and I think even just reaching out to your team right now and seeing who might want to just come in and volunteer to build up some content for you. Because I know you have a lot going on, you have a little one. So right now you're juggling a lot. So maybe just having a team meeting and asking how others can step in and create some kind of content for you that's really valuable for everyone right now. Another thing I thought maybe what would be good is doing kind of like a little Facebook event party. Bringing all the hairstylists and everybody in your team and talking a little bit more about your business and who you are, because I didn't even know that you guys were like eco-friendly based. I just knew that I love James and I just wanted to see him every day. So that's why I was always coming in. But that's something for me to understand. And now I understand the product that you have on your shelf, your main skin product. And so I never knew that because I was like, oh, I knew another spa down in Victoria sells it. And I just couldn't realign why you had that product on the shelf. But now I totally understand why. So having kind of a little bit more of like a Facebook event party, talking more about your products that you have on your shelf, and then why you're different compared to all other hair salons. So you're just wanting to try to keep in the mind of everybody else. I did have one more, because I know we have so many other people in here. I just had an idea that I want to bring to the table as well. I don't know if this is possible, but creating like mini kits for people that have roots and drop it off. So that instead of doing, going to the store right now, like Shoppers or whatever, everyone's probably rushing to try to like do root touch-ups. So creating maybe a product that you can have that's specific to their hairstyle, colors, because I guess you have a chart. And you can create that and do kind of like drop-off deliveries for people who need root touch-ups. So that's me, guys. I'll let everyone else kind of chime in.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, those are great ideas. I actually was just thinking about when you were saying to get some of the staff in and have them create some content. That's a great idea. I'm definitely going to take your advice on that. And as far as content, that, yeah, absolutely, that's something that we need to do a little more of. Like I was saying earlier, it's kind of, it's hard to swallow that this is our new reality. So, coming up with a new business plan essentially for the time being is hard to fathom. So I really appreciate all the advice. Just one more thing, as far as the root kits go, I have heard that idea a couple of times, and I'm a little bit leery on it just because I've read some stuff about like in the States about about groups telling hair salons not to do it because of lawsuits.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought too when I was thinking of the idea, but I just wanted to kind of throw that out there and see maybe there's some kind of procedure you can put in place so then that doesn't go down that road, because like unfortunately we don't know how long this is going to last. So it's just to have it in the back of your mind and start looking at kind of the legal issues on that, if that's a possibility for you guys.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll look into it a little bit more and see what I can find out. Hopefully it doesn't go on that long, but we'll see.
I'm just going to say I advocate for a bang tutorial because I'd love my bangs back. And I know my stylist doesn't like when I cut my own bangs, but I don't know when I'm going to see her. So, Joe, did you want to jump in?
Yeah, you guys said most of it. I can maybe just more emphasize that, on your social media, I would put a lot of push on the retail products, which is pretty much the only way you can generate income right now. And maybe I would even increase the products that you have. So you can go directly to your supplier website, you know, take the images, the products, and offer maybe a larger variety of products for people. If you can do a discount, that would also, you know, be great. And then you can have more customers, especially in Victoria. I know that a lot of restaurants and coffee shops, they say, come and support us now. And, you know, it will be beneficial for you later by selling gift cards. So, you know, maybe if you can do that, I think that would be a great solution as well.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. I did see in another group that just when you are dealing with gift cards, there's a lot of concern about you getting to a revenue place where all of a sudden you're losing your financial subsidies. So I just want to let people know that it is unearned revenue. So you can sell as much gift cards as you need to get some cash flow. And then in terms of what's on your financial statement, it's actually unearned. So it won't go into your current month. So it's a great way to generate some cash without bringing yourself into a position where all of a sudden the government's concerned about you using subsidies that are not supposed to be for those companies that are making big revenues. Sarah Watson, did you want to jump in?
Hey, Shayla. I just a kind of an off the cuff idea, and it's kind of I'm just trying to translate what I'm doing over to you. So I am all about the, like, you know, showering existing clients with love and support right now. That's great. But trying to come up with like little like income producing activities. One thing that I saw, like I know Taylor mentioned that you do have a somewhat okay social media following. One thing that I noticed on social media the other day, and I honestly don't know where I came across this lady. She's just on my Instagram, and I love her because of the content that she posts. She's a hairstylist. And what she's done is she is offering little like micro courses over a week's time, $35, learn how to braid at home. Like, oh my gosh, like learn how to braid like a boss. She's charging $35 and it's like a 7-day thing at home. And I mean, you look at her Instagram, and I would in a minute, because she can braid her hair amazing. And just from her free stuff that I've watched from her, I've been able to like French braid my own hair. And that's just, to me, and I can't even imagine what her little like $20, $25 course costs. It doesn't sound like a lot of money, but you've got 10 clients that sign up. That's like a nice little chunk of change, right? So just something to think of, like, yes, of course, showering our existing clients with love and support is good, but also those little like income producing activities are kind of nice too for a little cash injection, right?
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, and I think
her name is what's her name? Her name's Abby Smith. I think she's like at Twist Me Pretty. Go check her out on Instagram, because it's like, I don't even know how she does her hair like that, but then she offers these little courses, or like, you know, how to put your hair in a pony, and it's these like, she's charging for it. Brilliant, right?
Totally, that's smart.
Yeah. And then that way, you know, you're not messing with color. You're not letting people cut their hair. But if I have like, you know, my gray coming in, but I can do like a sweet, awesome braid to cover it up and learn how to braid, cool. So just a thought. That's my 2 cents.
Absolutely. I love that idea. Right now I'm offering 20% off of all of the retail products during the closure, for people to help keep their hair and their skin healthy during this time. So, you know, one of the things that we're trying to promote at this time is that maybe you can't have your hair done, but it's going to be the healthiest it's ever been. So when you do come in, we're not going to be dealing with other challenges like we do on a daily basis when somebody comes in and wants to be super blonde, but their hair is quite damaged, or you know, they want their hair to be dark, but it's a little bit too light, so it fades quickly. And, you know, we won't be dealing with those challenges if people take really good care of their hair. So that's kind of what we're trying to promote right now. I'm doing contact-free pickup, so I'm going in every Monday, so it's really consistent. And I've had a lot of really good following with that. Lots of people messaging and, you know, wanting to come pick stuff up and have questions on how they can, you know, maybe get a bit of volume or, you know, things like that. So I really like the idea of teaching people how to style their hair to hide any colors that they're not liking and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for that, Sarah.
Sorry, I just want to say one thing, because I know you guys send out text messages to clients. What about sending out text messages to current clients just to remind them about products that you have on the shelf? Because I do buy a lot of your guys' products, but I didn't even realize that you guys were selling still. Like, I do follow you, but I'm just so like managing everything else right now. But if I would have got a text message to my phone, I would have been like, oh, that's awesome, because I actually am out. I need that stuff right now.
That's a great idea. I actually can send out my booking software. I can send out a mass email. So that's a great idea to send out maybe a mass email. And then I can put a lot of content, or I could put some content and kind of hit a bunch of birds with one stone.
Awesome.
A little less time. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you definitely need, oh, sorry, Taylor.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Sorry guys, about my phone died and I'm just late for a meeting. Yeah, I agree with Brittany. I think the SMS marketing is fantastic. It's definitely, like, I've done a lot of split testing with SMS marketing and email marketing, and you know, for something like a salon, I think SMS, like Brittany's saying, is a 100% fantastic idea.
We get so many emails now, so you know you can check so much emails. So SMS is much more personal. It's definitely better.
Yeah, or like with even the company I work for, and even I've done split testing in every which way, and like you just said, sometimes like so many people get emails, and the percentage of people that get the emails and don't even check it out it's crazy. So what Brittany was saying makes sense, because if you have a previous client that sees your SMS and they're reminded of your place, it will give, you know, maybe they're out of a product, or it will just remind them of who you are, and, you know, keep them informed that you're still around, even though you're closed at the moment, right? So.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, as difficult as this time is, and it's easy for us to focus on what's going on right away, I think where I'm seeing a big shift over the last week or so in businesses is they're starting to look forward, and they're coming up with really creative ideas to create revenue and get new clientele. You know, the more you're out there, the more you're in touch with your clients. You know, I know for myself, I use the products from Shayla. I've told a few of my girlfriends, like, oh my gosh, this was fantastic. I didn't have to worry about a lineup, because that's what we're dealing with right now. And I was just able to get my products when I needed it. And so I think, you know, there's an opportunity to actually expand your client list. And this is not necessary just for the salon industry. This is for probably right across the board. You know, maybe let's shift into that topic. Let's talk a little bit about, like, what are we doing in terms of marketing for the future? What are we looking at? Because, you know, we're all looking to grow our businesses. What are people focusing on right now? We talked a little bit about SMS marketing, which I've never heard of, which I'm super intrigued of. So I want to hear more about that. But is there something that, you know, you're hoping to achieve over the next few months? You know, it sounds like we'll be in this situation for at least that long. Shayla, and then we can open it up to the group.
Well, after talking to everyone here, I'm hoping to become really active on become really active on social media, and you know, doing little tutorials, and like right now I've kind of kept it pretty simple with like product knowledge and how to keep your hair and skin healthy. So I think in the next little while I'm going to shift into tutorials and how to make your hair and your skin or makeup or something along those lines look good without having to color your hair. And then Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll move into the SMS marketing. I do really like that idea. I just worry that, like, a lot of times when we're booking people's appointments, we say, you know, can I have your first name, your last name, and your phone number? And some people are hesitant to even give us their phone number. So it makes me a bit nervous to bombard people with like a text message going, hey, by the way, I know you're struggling with money. Come buy some product. I worry about that a little bit, but I definitely am willing to toss the idea around in my head.
Kevin?
I just want to interject that. I mean, well, brilliant ideas, especially the kits idea, I know, that Brittany just mentioned about, sending kits or have a monthly subscription. That could be one of the options. Second option is SMS. I think you don't have to really be afraid of that, because maybe it's just me, but if you look at the situation, uh, I personally feel that when I go to the shops, uh, there is more demand to healthcare and beauty products than to toilet paper, you know, because every time I go, the shelves are empty there, be it a hair color or a brush or whatever that is, right? That are really common. They are gone. I mean, so in terms of SMS, I think you should just go ahead. And I think what I understood from all the ideas that have been, captured in today's session, more importantly, it's required of you to prioritize them, what will bring you the cash flow as early as possible, So I think if SMS is the one that you should go for to accelerate that cash flow, make it sooner than later, then I think you should go for it. And kitting is another good idea.
I think just to kind of, I think everyone's like always right now, they're on their minds of how can I generate sales? But also think about how can you come from a place of supporting consumers during this time. So when you're sending out your message, just be mindful of the content that you're producing. And Lillian, you might want to chime into this because I know you create content as well as we do. Is just crafting some kind of content that's not like salesy, but you're trying to more or less educate and bring light of the product or something else that you have on your shelf.
Essentially, to build on what everybody has suggested in regards to running courses or having tutorial videos or even doing the gift cards, I think one of the best things for you to do right now, whether you're doing it through the SMS service or you decide to do it through email, is to ask your existing customer base, where are you guys stuck right now? Where, given that you can't, we would love to have you come see us, but because we're not able to do that right now, we still want to be able to help you guys out. Where is it that you're stuck? What do you need my help on? And from there, what that's going to help you do is when you start collating the answers that you get from that, that's going to help really inform the content strategy that you put forth. So if someone says, you have a lot of customers that have kids, say dad has to take over styling his daughter's hair and everything, and there's a lot of people that are stuck on that, then you can think about creating a course for a nominal fee or a series of tutorial videos on this is how you style your daughter's hair. So that, in asking them that question, you're not just thinking you're offering them things that they need, you're actually going to them and asking them, how can I help you right now? Because we can't have appointments.
I love that idea. I like what Brittany said, and I like what Lillian said. I'm just writing it down as you guys talk. I like that. You're right. Everyone is concerned about sales, but it is important to say something along the lines of, we're thinking of you. We can't wait to see you again. Make it not so much about sales as just we're still here. So I like that. And then I also like what Lillian said with asking them what they're looking for. So I'm definitely going to do that. That's a great idea. And then move forward with what our client base is looking for. So thank you guys.
Yeah, I think it's really important to always remember that we are in this right now, but we're not going to be in this forever, right? And making sure we're connecting with our clients, meeting them where they need to be met, making sure that we're there for them. And yes, obviously we still need to generate revenue, but we also need to continue to create that revenue after COVID has passed. You know, hopefully it'll only be months. So hopefully just in a few months, we can start getting back to whatever that normal is going to look like. And using this opportunity to deepen those client relationships. You know, we're in a lot of, you know, the businesses that we've got here at this Master Thursday, you know, they're not one-off businesses. You know, there are other virtual assistants, there's other bookkeepers, there's other salons, there's, you know, it's important that we continue to develop those relationships and meet our clients where they are to ensure that on the other side of this, we can continue to thrive and hopefully grow that clientele, because, you know, we are companies that truly care about our clients and not necessarily trying to make a $20 or $30. Although I love that idea of actually, Sarah, thank you. I'm going to go spend $35 and learn how to braid my hair. Like, right? Like, you know, now I'm just like, oh yeah, I could really use a braid in my hair, especially because it's growing out so much, you know, but, you know, that's not, obviously she's got free content. So there is that option to not necessarily pay and still get value. And I think that's really important to remember as we come up with all these strategies, is to provide value that everybody can access as well. Joe, did you want to hop on this?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. I'm not a big fan of basically charging my customers money for, you know, like videos or stuff that I do. I would even go farther and do like maybe a Zoom, mother and daughter, I don't know, Sunday morning hair, something, you know, whatever you do. I don't like, I feel that, you know, a free content will buy you a better customer in the future. However, you know, if you're already creating content, what you can do, you can save those videos and make them maybe like a Udemy course. And that's where you can charge in the future. And that's a passive income for the future. If you know Udemy, I'm sure there are other websites like Udemy.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I agree. And, you know, I appreciate the different views on it. It's good to be able to see an issue from all sorts, all angles. Okay, so I think we're at the time where I'm just going to open it up to the floor. Anything you want to say, we'll go around to each business owners. Whether you've got a question for Shayla, you want to clarify something, or just a feel-good story about what's going on in your life and in your business. I think it will be really beneficial for everybody to hear some good things that are happening, because there's lots of good things happening right now. So Joe, why don't you start us off?
I'm basically very happy with this whole Corona situation. You know, it gave me an amazing month with my family. I'm here in my backyard. We have this little tent and we're enjoying our time. And yeah, I'm planning basically for the day after. So if you look around the world, there are many countries that are already in a week or two opening up, not everything, but gradually opening up business. And I think that, you know, I feel that we're on the edge and we need to plan for tomorrow. And now it's the best time. And I feel that we can all benefit from this. And I love the month off. It's amazing that, you know, we have it.
Yeah, and we're all from BC, so we're all enjoying this beautiful weather. I do have friends across the country that are not enjoying such lovely weather. Lillian, how about you hop on?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a question for Shayla. If you have any questions or anything about tools you could use to be, you know, making this type of content and everything, I'd always be happy to send you a list or something if you think you need that. Beyond that, just you know, I'm taking this time out to really kind of take time to discover, you know, how I'd like to continue moving forward with my business, how to continue adding value to the people that I work with, and also really focus on relationship building. I know it's a lot tougher for a lot of people in terms of revenue and cash flow and everything, but it's really my belief that this opportunity being what it is you should focus on adding value and building relationships. And when you do that, the revenue will come. I really firmly believe that.
I'm 100% with you. I think that's, you know, I think it's very short term thinking you need to create something that will make you money right now. And it will make you money, and there's nothing wrong with that strategy, but also coupling that with something that is providing value that will create those relationships for the long term.
I've had amazing response thus far with people who have bought products. So I think just even connecting with people is such a great idea. You know, that's kind of what I've taken from this so far, is that, you know, just connecting with the people that we normally connect with on a monthly or weekly or daily basis even. Like I said, some of our clients are like friends to us. They're like you said, Brittany, you want to see James every day, right? You really connect with the person that you know, get a service done with. So I think connecting with them is such a great idea. And you're right, Lily, and the revenue, it will follow, and we will be busy. And you know, with summer coming or already here, seems like, you know, that's kind of our busy time as well. So I'm hoping that, you know, those, all these tools that you guys have given me are gonna, you know, kind of take us to the next level.
Sarah Watson, do you want to hop on?
Hey, yeah, I mean, I've just been, I'm from the very beginning, you know, being the world's biggest empath, I have to come from a place of gratitude and positivity. So, you know, about, can't remember when it was, like a week and a half ago, I sent a newsletter out. I only got like, you know, 134 subscribers or something like that. There's no sales in it. You know, it was just education, a couple links to some good ebooks, stuff like that. I got 7 text messages back from friends saying, holy cow, thank you so much for that. I feel so much better. And I just was like, you know, I almost didn't send it because I was coming. I kind of was like that iffy, like, oh my gosh, you know, people, they're like going through hard times right now. And then I kind of had to step back, and I had to remember, you know, the unemployment rate in Canada, what was it yesterday? I think it was like 7.8%. There's still 92% of Canada that's still gainfully employed, that's sitting at home, that's looking into health and wellness, looking forward to getting their hair done and everything. So I think that, you know, working on our websites, working on all this stuff. So I think everything that everybody has said here is it's just so valuable. I love it so much. Good job, everybody. I'm just eating it up.
Awesome. Yeah, it's these groups have been fantastic. I'm really enjoying them. Hemant, did you want to hop on?
Yeah, sure. I mean, most of us have talked about the relationships. I really believe in that, because during these times, I was into networking for a long time now. You know, I was attending in-person meetings. They were my favorite meetings, face-to-face. You know, nothing can replace that, right? And hopefully we will come back to that normal again. But yes, there will be a slow transition, and I think this is perfect time to build those relationships. Because when I used to talk to people, I used to always say that networking is not just about sales, right? How many sales, how many things or products or services we sold on a given day, but it's about building relationships. So I think this is the perfect time to sit back and get in touch with people, and you know, build those kind of you know, contacts and relationships. So in my case, I was working remotely for most of the time for the past few years now. It's not a new thing for me to sit at home and work or sit in my home office and work. But right now I'm into a mission and focusing now on the back end of my kind of project, like designing, connecting with the development partners. It's mostly remote work, and it's a slow transition. If you look at the world right now, gradually it's going to shift to a new business model. A new business models will evolve. So the thing that I'm developing right now, product, was always geared towards the blended online, offline, networking for small business and medium business owners. So, and pretty interesting. The research that I did since 2 years, I found that there are 25 million small business owners in Canada and the US. Interestingly, the research also showed that they spend about, on average, 44 days in meetings and networking. And the cost of that is a staggering $65 billion per year, So we are not aware of the statistics, but they're quite interesting to know that if we increase the effectiveness of such networking and, relationships, that will be so much beneficial. So at this point, I'm working on that project, and I hope I'll get support from Canadian businesses to help me complete, first of all, this research. I'm also looking forward to having your support and support from the business owners in the survey that will immensely help me in shaping the way the business networking is done, right, in the future. So it's kind of interesting thing. So I'll be soon sharing those details on this platform about what I'm doing, and perhaps I can get some help that will definitely help me in building this for the future, because it's mostly focused on online kind of, business model.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of small businesses use this time to clean up their back end, their administration, do the things that they were hoping to do. We all have that list of tasks that we'd like to get to, but then we get busy running our businesses the day to day, so this slowdown has really allowed time for businesses to spend time on, developing their websites, or, becoming more savvy with social media, or, so forth. So I think that we're going to see some really cool and very well run businesses after this. Everybody's sort of got their administration back. Sarah,
it will go up.
Yeah. Yeah. Sarah, did you want to hop on?
Sure. So I won't touch on, sales versus not sales, because I think we've had like a really good overview. But I want to touch a little bit on sales mindset, because Shayla, I noticed you said the phrase, or something along these lines, like, I know that you're broke, or I know that you don't have any money. And I want to dive into that a little bit. I was working with a coach on my pricing, and I was a little hesitant, and I was like, well, I have somebody in mind that I know, but I know her situation. And the coach was like, stop, pick a price and then pitch it. If it doesn't work for her, she'll say no. We can't make the decision for them. So if we go, a lot of people I've seen have pulled the plug, stopped selling, assuming people can afford it. They're not going to buy. Nobody's buying right now. But that actually takes the choice away from our people. We've now, we don't give them the option. As Brittany said, well, I didn't know that you were even still selling, right? And so we want to make sure that they still have the option, because if you send out an email or an SMS, whether it's sales or not sales, even if it's a free value post, those who resonate and want it are going to consume it. And if it's a sale, those who resonate with it and want it are going to buy it. And if they don't, well, then they won't buy it. And it really is as simple as that. And a lot of people get into the minds and we assume, well, I'm not doing well, so I don't think everybody else is doing well. Or, we get into this big mindset of like, you know, everybody's shutting their doors, nobody's working. Like, I feel bad about selling this. But as Sarah brought up, the unemployment rate is only, 7 or 8%. That's still a big percentage of people who are working. And yeah, like I said, those who want to buy are going to buy regardless. And those who aren't, they probably just won't say anything. We often get into this like mindset where it's like, well, I can't put this out because I don't want to get judged for selling, or, I don't want somebody to be upset that I pitched them during this time. But, chances are, like, it's really slim that somebody's going to give you, like, freak out and give you negative feedback. If they don't want it, they just simply won't answer.
I love that advice. That's amazing. I'm going to take that for myself. I'm sure a lot of people out here will. I think we self-doubt our value. And, I've definitely done that myself in my business. I do fixed rate. And so to put a value on something that's not necessarily tangible is, has its challenges.
I mean, I do it all the time, especially if it's like my friends are trying to buy my services, then I'm like, oh, I know what you're going through. So I want to give you a discount, or I want to give you a price that I think is going to be good for you. But I mean, I loved that mindset where it's like, I don't want to take somebody's choice away. If they don't want it, they'll say no. If they want it, I've given them the choice. They might also come back and barter with me. Who knows?
And I find no's are the ones that you learn from. If everybody just said yes to you, then, yeah. Brittany, did you want to wrap us up?
For sure. So I just want to quickly touch on just everyone. I think when people think of hair, it's always women. And so we have a little girl, and my husband was actually saying the other day, well, I wish I knew how to do a ponytail. I'm like, well, that's easy. But just kind of thinking about content that way of maybe honing into dads on how to work with hair. Just a little side note, but I just want to also say thank you for everyone who has joined today. And I really, I'm so lucky for what I have going on my end. But if you guys know anyone who's suffering from mental health or anything like that, reach out to them and just check in, because right now everyone, some people might be struggling, you might not even know. So just try to check in, and even there is lots of great helplines, not just for adults, but also for kids from 5 to 29 that are dedicated to help young youth. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there because we are going through hard times right now. So just check in and see how everyone's doing. So yeah, I don't know, Melissa, did you want to fully close down or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I love that. Just a simple hi, how are you doing? It's really hard to, see people's facial expressions, their body language. And that's a lot of the ways that we were able to navigate some of these mental health issues, or just issues that are happening in their life. You can just tell by their body language, there's obviously something going on, and we don't have that. So what I've noticed, in at least my friend group and my family, there's no phone calls. There's just FaceTime. I just, all of a sudden, someone's on my phone. There they are. So, I think it's really important to reach out to your networks, reach out to your clients, reach out to your friends, your family, stay connected, try to do face-to-face when you can. Yeah, and I think that what COVID has done for me is this. I'm connecting to small business owners that I've never would have, whether it's in my region or on the mainland or across Canada. It's opened up this opportunity to connect in a way that we have never connected before, or we, don't normally. It's become a norm now. So, I think there's going to be a lot of positives. There's going to be a lot of negatives that come out of this, but I think we just need to focus on, what we can do in our community, in our lives to support local, to support each other, whether it's monetarily or not. I think it's just important to say, hey, you know what? I can't afford the face cream right now, but you're doing a great job. Thank you so much for that, right? And that would brighten Shayla's day. It would make her happy for a whole day, you know? And so I think that just goes a long way, and just reminding each other of that to continuously connect. So I just want to thank everybody who is a part of this, everybody who is watching. We'd love to hear about what's going on in your life. Just throw some comments below this video. And we look forward to doing this again next week.
One last thing, don't go buy box dye and don't cut your own hair.
No bangs?
From today.
We are waiting for your
Reach
kit.
out, I will give you some suggestions. Or follow us on Instagram. There will be some new content.
We will be waiting for your kit, Shayla.
Thanks, everyone.
Shayla, what is your Instagram? What is all that? How do we get?
Belle Rose Salon and Wax Bar.
Belle Rose?
Yep.
Awesome. Nice meeting everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.